Hey guys, it's Isabel, and today wasn't planning on filming this video today, but I had a little bit of extra time. I just was inspired to do this video, and I think that it's a very important video to do, especially nowadays where we're so bombarded with images, especially if you're a female, images of other females and what the ideal form of a female is. So I just want to make this video for those of you who feel like you're constantly comparing yourself to others and feeling like you're not as good as other people, or that you need to change to fit a certain mold that society has imposed upon you, or you feel like somebody else has imposed upon you. And it's completely normal to feel a low self-esteem and feel like you're not as good as other people. It's something normal, but it's not something good. You shouldn't feel like you're not good enough just because you're not like somebody else, or you don't look like somebody else, or you don't look like the ideal female or the ideal male. And men suffer from low self-esteem as well. Guys get bombarded with images of guys who are ripped, and and I've heard a lot of guys tell me this, that they suffer from low self-esteem. Guys compare themselves a lot, but I think that women get insecure as well because they just feel like the media over-sexualizes women way more than they do men. A lot of times women feel like they have to be overly sexual or over, just to fit this ideal. So I'm here to tell you that the ideal woman and the stereotype that we have to live up to, for some reason we think we have to, is complete crap. You can be yourself, you can do whatever you want in life, and it's perfectly fine. So I have 5 little tips here that I want to share with you guys. Comparing yourself to other people is not healthy. If you're competing with somebody for a job, for sport, there's nothing wrong with healthy competition. It's when you're competing with somebody who's not even in your realm, who's in a completely different life than you and is not you, that is an issue. If you're comparing yourself with a model in a magazine or a model on Instagram, then you gotta realize that's not the best thing for you. A lot of times, and this is something that people don't realize, but these people that we laud as perfect, or they have all the guys, or they get all the attention, or they have the perfect body, the perfect face, or the perfect everything, a lot of times these people are just as insecure as you, or more insecure than you. So why are you comparing yourself to these people? There's people out there who live and get paid just for their image, just for the photos they post, just for the way their body looks. Obviously, if you get paid and you have a lot of money, you're going to look a lot better than the average person. Stop comparing yourself for looks. Stop comparing yourself in lifestyle. And just know that what we see in little photos and everything that we see on social media or anywhere in the world are just snippets of people's lives. People only upload their highlight reel onto Snapchat, onto Instagram, onto Facebook, onto Twitter, onto YouTube. People aren't uploading their difficult times, or the times where they feel ugly, or they have just been crying. Once you understand that, I think that's pretty much the key. So, on to my first tip. So my first tip is either to take a break from social media, unfollow accounts that have made you feel bad about yourself. I know that's kind of funny to say, but just delete accounts. Like, why are you following these people who are making you feel bad about yourself? And number 3 is also to just delete your social media accounts. Like I was saying before, if you're constantly bombarded by these images of girls in bikinis, or girls with perfectly photoshopped faces or photoshopped bodies, you're gonna feel bad about yourself. That's normal. You're gonna be like, I don't look like that, and the guy I like has been liking that girl's pictures. Am I better than her? You know what? That's one thing, is that girls feel most insecure when the person they like is liking somebody else's photos. I've heard it so many times. You feel like, oh my god, he liked this girl's photo. Does that mean she's prettier than me? Of course I'm prettier, right? I'm prettier than her. I hear that so many times. Social media ruins relationships. Social media can open your eyes to what people are really, and social media can really destroy you. So taking a break from it is probably a good thing, and not stalking people's accounts, especially guys you may like. Don't stalk their accounts. Don't look at who they like. Don't look at who they're following. There was this one Instagram girl who said that Instagram is a lot like a magazine. That it's okay to retouch yourself, to retouch your body, to take a lot of time editing and thinking about what you're gonna post, because it's like a magazine. Magazines are edited, and magazines are perfectly curated images of what a brand or a company wants to show you. So a lot of these people on Instagram are brands. and they're only showing you the best thing. So when you start thinking they're like real people, like everyday people, you're wrong. They're not. A lot of these people are paid for by brands. They are sponsored by brands. I hate to say this, you know, without sounding judgmental, but a lot of women are using social media as a means, and men, as a means to sell their bodies and to, I guess, basically paid escorts. And a lot of people don't know that. And a lot of people, a lot of guys especially, don't know that a lot of women on social media who post half-naked pictures of themselves are usually selling themselves to make money, and they get flown to exotic places and they get paid to do this and do that. It's a pretty seedy world that Instagram has evolved into. So when you're looking at these accounts of these models, I say models because everyone nowadays says they're a model. So when you're looking at these accounts, just keep that in mind, that these aren't really normal, your normal everyday person. These are curated images of people that have been photoshopped, they have been retouched to give off an image, give off a vibe, and these brands and these people feed off of you feeling bad about yourself so that you'll buy their skinny tees, skinny fit tees, their bikinis, their outfits, their makeup. So take a break off of social media, understand what social media is. So don't pay it too much attention and take a break from it. I hope people don't hate me about what I just said, but okay. Number 2 is to realize and embrace your unique qualities and your place in the world. A lot of people ask me why I'm so confident. People think that I don't give a, you know what, about people's opinions, and it's true. I really don't care. You know, sometimes I get bugged when people say stupid crap and I'm like, who the hell are you? Who are you to say this? You're no better than me. That's one thing, is that I don't take myself too seriously because I know I'm flawed. I embrace what I am. I embrace what makes me unique. And I know there's not another person out there in the world like me. I know that sounds really conceited, but you have to think that way. There really is no other person like you. You are unique. You have your own unique fingerprints, your own unique DNA. I'm not talking about the external here. I'm talking about the internal. I'm talking about your dreams, your visions, your goals, your favorite books, your accomplishments, what you've learned, your values, the love that you give, your personality. It's all unique to you. Unless you're trying to be like somebody else, which I would highly recommend. Don't try to be like anyone else. When you see yourself as somebody unique and you see yourself and you admit that you're not perfect, and that's one thing that I think about myself, is I'm not perfect at all. I'm an inherently flawed human. So I cut myself a lot of slack. We all have our each intrinsic individual qualities that nobody else has. So when somebody tries to tell me, oh, Isabel, you're not as pretty as blah blah blah, or Isabel's not as good as blah blah blah, or this and that, it's like, there's really nothing I can do about it. Why am I going to lose sleep over that? Why am I going to lose sleep over somebody else's opinion of me? And I always say it at the end of my videos because it's so important. But I always say that beauty and power and worth always come from within, because it's true. When your power comes from within and not from other people, and you don't allow other people to give you power or take power from you, you are powerful. When you are the keeper of your own power and your own beauty and your own worth, no one can touch it. No one can make you feel bad about yourself. You know who you are. I don't care if I'm pretty like so-and-so. I'm pretty like me. I'm beautiful like me. And same as you. You are beautiful like you. You're not beautiful like her. You're beautiful like you. You don't have to be beautiful like her. You can be beautiful as you. So embrace your flaws. Embrace what makes you unique. Your physical and your mental and your spiritual and your personality. Embrace all that. It's you. And it's beautiful and it's wonderful, and there are people who are going to admire you for being you. And that goes into my number 3, which is to work on and cultivate your own personal style. So for me, I don't really think I have that much of a unique style, I would say. But I do have my own style that is unique to me. You know, I don't really know what to call it. I like different things. I would say I'm pretty girly. I like to be a little bit more elegant. I like to be feminine, but that could be completely different for you. You might like more androgynous style clothes, or you might like more natural makeup, or you might like sleeker looks, or straight hair, or dyed hair, or ombre hair, or rainbow hair, or whatever it is that you have that's unique about you. So if you like to wear your hair a certain way, wear it. Don't worry about what other people are going to say, and don't feel like you have to look like somebody else in order to be pretty. Don't follow trends. Don't follow, what other people are doing, especially, people on social media, which obviously it's normal to get inspiration from other people. My inspiration really for makeup and for my hair and for my clothing is not how do I look as much as possible like this person. That's never the thought that crosses my mind when I get ready. When I get ready, I think, how do I want my eyes to look? How do I want my skin to look? Do I want my skin to be glowy? Do I want my eyes to be smoky? Do I want my hair to look voluminous? Do I want it to look straight? You know, so I started to be more in tune with my emotions, with my feelings. So that's how I would choose my outfits. That's how I choose what pictures I take. That's how I choose different things. What filters I put on photos. What videos I make. And you have to be like that as well. You gotta listen to your subconscious sometimes. You gotta listen to who you are first and stop listening to what other people are doing. If next Halloween you want to be a hot dog and all your friends are being sexy bunnies, go ahead and be a hot dog. I mean, you don't have to do what other people are doing. So do what makes you happy, and that's how you cultivate your style, you know? Wear the colors you love, wear the makeup you love. You set yourself apart by wearing what you like and doing what you like. And even if you're not a huge creative person, even if you're pretty, you know, you're not very adventurous with your style, that's still you. Yeah, that's what I would say. Just work on yourself, work on your style. Work on what makes you unique and express yourself. My number 4 tip is to love yourself and care for yourself. Self-love is not just about going in the mirror and or taking a million selfies and posting them all over. That is not self-love. It's something that comes from within, and I feel like self-love is kind of quiet. It's a quiet confidence. It's the stuff you do for yourself when no one's watching. It's the stuff you're saying to yourself when, you know, no one can hear it. It's just the everyday you wake up and you brush your teeth because you want your teeth to be healthy, and you take a shower and you scrub your body because you want your skin to be pretty and healthy, and you work out and you eat healthy because you want to take care of yourself. There's always times in life where you feel worthless and you feel down and you feel like you should hate yourself. And I've gone through that. I'm sure everyone has gone through that. Self-doubt, just low confidence. And what I would say about that is, if you're not going to pat yourself on the back, who will? If you're not going to hug yourself and tell yourself, good job, you made it through today, who will? It's usually just you, alone with your thoughts. And it's perfectly fine to be alone. It's perfectly fine. It does not define you as a person. It doesn't make you less of a person if you're alone and you show love to yourself. And if that means you have to work out, and I highly recommend working out for anyone. Even if you love your body already, just work out. If there's nothing wrong, you start to feel stronger, and it's just something about being physically strong that really strengthens you from within. And when you work out, not just for the way your body's gonna look, but the way you feel, that really changes things for you and makes you better and makes you stronger. Self-love is not something you're born with. It's just something you have to learn to tell yourself every day. You are good enough, you are good enough, no matter what you've done in your life, no matter what you've been through. You are great. Self-love is all up here. It's mental. I can always tell somebody who loves themselves is somebody who isn't afraid to compliment others, or who doesn't feel like saying this person is beautiful, this person is great, this person is intelligent, because they know it's not going to take away from them. It's not going to take away from their intelligence or their beauty or what makes them great. There are so many beautiful souls that I connect with every day that are always telling me that, you know, I've changed their life and that I've inspired them and they want to be more like me, and that is the most flattering thing. And I tell every single person who tells me that it means the world to me when you say that, because sometimes you don't realize what truly an impact you're making on the world. You don't realize what your existence is doing for the world. And I didn't start making these videos to help thousands of people. I started making these videos to help the girls who were writing to me. They felt bad about themselves, or they're not confident about this and not confident about that. And I just started making videos, and out of nowhere I started connecting with thousands of people, and thousands of people started watching me and listening to what I had to say. If I hadn't had YouTube, I wouldn't have realized how truly powerful one person can be. And I'm not trying to get on my high horse here and say I'm powerful and I'm great and all this, but I'm just saying that you have no idea. I had no idea this many people were watching me. So you don't have to have a YouTube channel. You don't have to start a charity to prove your worth or to love yourself. It's just about smiling to strangers, showing kindness to others, and not being afraid to bring others up. Even if you feel like you feel threatened by them, don't feel threatened by other people. They're human and they hurt just like you, just like me. Self-love is so complex, and it's so many things, and I don't even have a definition of it. It's definitely something where you care for yourself and you know yourself enough that you kind of forget yourself. Not in a bad way, but in a way that's like, you don't need to be boastful. You don't need to be saying, I'm the best, I'm great at this, I'm great at that, I'm better than you kind of person. It's just the, I'm here and I'm myself and I'm quietly confident in myself. And I think that's the most beautiful thing about self-love, is that you know who you are and you don't need to seek validation from others or seek things from other people. That it's all found in here. And my last and final point, I know my last one I kind of rambled on, I'm sorry guys, but it's something I feel very passionate about. My number 5 is to realize that there's no one else in the world like you. I've said this already, and it's very important. That's probably the best thing. When you realize, like I said, when you realize you're unique and there ain't nobody else out there like you, no one can touch you. No one can tell you what you're not or what you are, because you're in touch with your true self and your true identity. You have such a unique brain and a unique mental processes and thoughts that other people probably don't even have. So get in touch with yourself. I think it's so important to do self-exploration and just get to know yourself. A lot of times we don't even know ourselves. We get lost in other people. We get lost in the world. We get lost in society. We get lost in images and ideals, and we lose ourselves. Don't lose yourself. Stay true to yourself. Don't make yourself smaller to make other people feel better or to not bother anyone. Be proud of who you are. And stop comparing yourself to other people. It's not good. You are unique, and there ain't nobody else in the world like you. And if other people can't see that, that's their problem. There are people out there who do realize and see the light in you, and they will appreciate you. And if they don't, oh well, you appreciate yourself, and that's enough. I love you guys, and I hope this video was helpful. If you guys want to see more of these kind of inner beauty, chit chat, advice, confidence videos, please comment them down below. Leave me your suggestions for any videos you'd like to see. Give me a thumbs up if this video was helpful as well. It helps me see if you guys enjoy it or not. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me as well. Thank you guys so much. I love you from the bottom of my heart, and always remember, no matter how you may look on the outside or what kind of life you may live, true beauty, true worth, and true power always comes from within. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.